Hello again, everybody. Today I'm going to be making a throw stuff in a pot kind of meal. I have a pound of burger, some beef broth from last fall. I think it's from when I made beef and noodles. I had a bunch of extra broth and I saved it. So it's not really going to be a soup. More going to be hopefully a stew type thing. Potatoes, onion, I have some bell peppers that I froze. Mixed vegetable just because, and then tomato, ketchup, mustard, and pickles. So it's going to be hopefully a cheeseburger type thing. I have dairy-free cheese to mix in. I'm not sure if I'm going to mix it in or throw it on top yet, so when we get to that point, we'll see. But first I'm going to get my potatoes washed, peeled. I'm going to partially cook them in some water just because I don't have a whole lot of broth, and then get my meat and everything else cooked up. And then we'll throw it all together and hope it tastes good. Alright, I'm just gonna dice my potatoes to bite-sized pieces. Like so. Usually I don't put water in first, but apparently I was ahead of myself. I couldn't decide if I was going to put noodles or potatoes in it. So I already had water in the pot, so it'll be fine. I like my little knife. Someday I'll find a knife this size that's a little bit nicer so it doesn't go dull so fast, because I don't have any way to sharpen it. I have a little tiny handheld sharpener, but I'm not very good at it. It doesn't really work that great. So this one just keeps getting a little bit duller every time I use it. But I'm going to get this and my onion diced. I used like half of the bell peppers in that bag that I had from the food bank a while ago. So, easy peasy. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm hoping this tastes good. I also have candied jalapenos to go on top that I really need to find a use for. It's not something I just normally eat, so this is another way to use that. So I'm going to throw this on the stove. And of course I forgot to mention garlic. I don't know what it is. I never remember to say it, but I know I'm going to add it in anyways. I'm just going to put what I have left in here. I have another jar in my cupboard that I got from the food bank, so it's perfect. Gonna finish cooking this up and then add my meat into it. Okay, my meat's cooked basically. I'm gonna get my mixed vegetables in here. And I salted the meat as I was cooking because that's just how I was taught to cook meat. I added salt and pepper to it. So this is basically the base of it. I also diced up not my potatoes. Those are my potatoes. They're cooking. I diced up my pickles while I was waiting. I'm going to add in a few tablespoons of mustard. Hopefully I have enough in here. Some cheapo ketchup that I need to put back in the fridge. So I just pulled it out a few minutes ago. I'm going to go probably about 4 of that. I decided to add a Worcestershire sauce just because it seems like the thing to do. A couple tablespoons. And of course my pickles. I just diced up the mini pickles that I had. Gonna get this all mixed up in it. Get it a little bit warm again. And then we'll add the broth in. Hopefully this all fits in this pan, because I was hoping not to have to dirty another pan. I'm not really sure I need the broth at this point, but you know, I'm already committed, so we're going to keep going. If nothing else, I can just let it cook for a while. And reduce down. I have my lovely beef broth that is very congealed because it was cooked very well when I made it. So we're gonna... I don't remember what it was seasoned with, but if I had to venture a guess, it's just onion and garlic and salt and pepper. So we're gonna let that warm up so it's not so weird looking. And also I'm gonna pick out some of those fat pieces. I don't need the fat. Pretty sure I left enough fat from the regular meat. Okay. Get the that out of there. We're gonna let this warm up, let my potatoes cook about halfway, throw them in, and then let it simmer down for a bit, and then go from there. Okay, we are about almost warmed up, and my potatoes are about halfway cooked. Some of them are a little more cooked than others, so I'm gonna get them tossed in so they can soak up the flavors. And once that everything is heated through, cooked the way I want it, I'll taste it. May have to add more flavor to it, but I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to hope that the broth reduces down a little bit and the potatoes soak it up a little bit. Hopefully. I may have screwed up somewhere, but I'm hoping the potatoes starch will thicken up this broth, so it's not a soup. I suppose cheeseburger soup wouldn't be bad, but I'm not going to add the cheese in until the end, so I'm just gonna let it cook and see what it does. It might be good. It smells good. It smells kind of like mustard though, but whatever. So we do with pantry cooking some days. You never know what the end result is going to be. Okay, we are boiling. Everything's basically cooked, but as you can see, it did not thicken up at all really. So I got a cornstarch slurry. I'm gonna add it in, let it boil for a few minutes, and see if I can get at least a gravy consistency. That's what I want. So it's a heaping tablespoon. We'll see. Nothing else. Guess I'm having soup. Gonna get it stirred up really good, let it boil, and see what happens. That did the trick. It's more like a stew now, which is what I wanted. Nice little thick gravy. I think it tastes pretty good. And I can always add like a seasoning salt in it as I'm eating it through the week, because potatoes will start soaking up the flavor over the course of the week as I'm eating on it. But I decided to go ahead and throw my little bit of Daya cheddar cheese shreds. It actually, the new recipe actually melts pretty well. So I'm just gonna throw all this in there, wait till it melts, and then I'll have a late lunch, early dinner, whatever you want to call it. If you have real cheese would probably be even better. But I try not to. As I say, as I've had cheddar bratwurst. But that's what lactate pills are for. You know, sometimes you just want what you want. So we're gonna stir it up, let it mix all together, and then eat. See, look, it's melting. I'm gonna let it sit until it's cool enough to eat, and then make my plate. Okay, dinner is served. It looks really good. It almost looks like a hamburger helper without the pasta, so if I would have chosen to add cooked pasta into it, it would have been perfectly fine. Yeah, nice little gravy. It's thickened up a little bit more, but I'm gonna take the lower carb potatoes. I have some candied jalapenos I made a while ago. Let's just say I make things and forget I need to eat them. Let's see. Whoa, they smell pretty good. I'm just gonna add a couple on top, just to change it up a little bit. Yep, can't do anything fancy. I don't want to touch them. And we'll see if I like candied jalapenos. I haven't tried them yet, because yeah, it's just how it is. Yeah, it's quick. Well, not really quick pantry meal, but I have a lot of it, and I didn't really use a whole lot of ingredients, so I'm gonna call that a win anyways. But I hope you enjoyed my little video. If you do, toss me a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I will catch you next time. Later!